The Martin O'Neill bubble has burst. Welcome back to Fog Football. He's seen Celtic beat Falkirk 4-0. He's seen them to a 3-1 victory over Rangers. But tonight he's seen them to a 3-1 defeat against Midtjylland. And we're being brutally honest, this one could have went to double digits for the Europa League leaders. Shots cleared off the line. Great saves from Schmeichel. Last ditch blocks. Overall, Scotland's champions absolutely disgraced by Midtjylland. If we're being honest, man. Right? See, let's go. Oh, you're just being bitter. Celtic were fucking rank rotten tonight.
Lucky to get away with 3-1.
And what this proves, right, is Martin O'Neill beat a newly promoted Falkirk and a Rangers team that's shite. Yes or no? Hit me with it.
A Rangers team that's shite with 10 men.
Aye. Yeah. I mean, I can admit it. And here, will I be laughing in 2 hours' time? Probably not, when that final whistle goes at Ibrox. But I'll laugh right here, right now. 10 minutes to kick off. I'm a happy man. Midtjylland 3, Celtic 1. Could have been more.
We were told Celtic were back. We were told that, that's the champions. Oh, look at this. We've got Kenny. We've got Osmond. We've got all these great players. It's funny how, over the last 2 games, Martin O'Neill's the saviour, and he's getting the best out of this squad, and now 2 games later it's sacked the board again. So what, is Tanecki and Osmond, are these good players that Martin O'Neill's getting the best out of that Brendan Rodgers couldn't, or are they shite and the board needs sacked? Which one is it?
Well, yeah, that is it. Which one is it? And also a key thing is, right, they were poor defensively tonight, Celtic, but the board, Carter Vickers and Johnston have both been injured, right? And obviously they're a massive miss from the team. Board brought them in. Did the board not deserve a bit of praise for bringing those guys in? No.
Yeah. Well,
but they didn't back them up significantly. It's like, well, hold on here, right? They've got enough. Celtic have got enough depth. The problem is they've just been hit with injuries. Callum Osmond, who was really good against Rangers, injured tonight, right towards the end, hamstring.
Yeah, done nothing though.
No, he won a penalty. To be fair. He was good against Rangers.
It was a dumb penalty to give away.
Okay, well, here it was. I mean, what? Was it more of a penalty than the penalty at the weekend? Was it? Fuck. That was the clearest penalty every day of the week. But
I don't know. I thought this was a clear penalty. I'm surprised they even bothered checking it.
No, it was a clear penalty at the end of the day. What else happened? I mean, in terms of starting 11, it was pretty much what we've seen at the weekend. But no Dyson Maeda, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, he was fit enough to start the game against Rangers, but not fit enough to start the game tonight. Does Martin O'Neill think the game against Rangers was more important than the game tonight? I mean, possibly.
Well, what I would say it was, because it's an old firm. It's
does Martin O'Neill think that maybe when they were going to maybe lose this game anyway, with or without Maeda?
Yeah, I mean, most people expected Celtic to lose this game. I didn't expect it to be this bad.
You would think that if Maeda was able to play the Rangers game, he'd probably start this game.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit strange.
Yeah, no, totally. But, I mean, McGregor I thought was really poor tonight. But Midtjylland were good. And I think we've got to, first of all, give them praise, right? They're top of the Europa League for a reason. But let's not gaslight Midtjylland too much and pretend, well, Celtic just get beat by a team that's fantastic.
It's the same team that Hibs drew me twice.
We've seen Hibs, by the way, unluckily go out to this team. And if Midtjylland got better from August, it does look that way. The results would suggest that. But at the same time, this ain't the likes of Bayern Munich. This ain't the likes of Real Madrid. This is a team that you would expect both old firm teams to beat in normal years. No, obviously not this year, right?
Not this season.
And I seen a stat there from Tom English on BBC Sport. Listen to this. Celtic's last 28 European games, 5 wins.
Oh.
That is a record he also runs, by the way.
Yeah, that's...
But we were in the Champions League, Stevie. We were in the Champions League.
And what'd you do in it? Boring. You did nothing in it.
Oh, we were against Bayern Munich, but then your board didn't back Rodgers and he's
away. They did win the first half trophy against Real Madrid, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think it actually... Does it stem that far back? It probably would actually stem that far back. Anyway, let's get into the game. Celtic, bright start. Engels gets a shot on target, you're thinking. Alright. Looks like they're going to be building on their recent form, but I think this set the tone. Up next, Callum McGregor loses possession. Nunsorio blazes over, really should score. Midtjylland then hit a counter-attack. They should do better. It's a 3-on-2. They waste it as the TV goes off. My Virgin app's just exploded. Rangers with the... Honestly, man, may as well just stay off the TV because we know what's coming tonight. Yusuf Shemiti's up front. I've played these games before. I have played them before, but anyway, Midtjylland.
If Yusuf Shemiti entered the Squid Games, he would die in the first game, 100%.
He'd die for even enter the fucking room for red light, green light. Wouldn't he like?
He'd fall off the boat that takes him to the island.
He would, right. Franco, he had a shot saved, and he also had one at the side netting. Mbabu had a shot that was saved. Their captain missed a tap in. Liam Scales got booked after 15 minutes. He was protesting to the referee. He says this normally doesn't happen in Scotland. Well, guess what? It happens in Europe, son. And Franco also had a shot saved. Right, and this isn't 0-0, by the way. Midtjylland have a case to be like 3 or 4-0 up, but then edge of the box, ball falls to Benjamin Nygren. Has to get it on target. I'm not saying he has to score this, but he has to get it on target. He doesn't. And goals change games, my friends. See if he puts it, just like at the weekend when Rangers were under the cosh against Celtic. See if Yusuf Shemiti scores, changes the game. Nygren scores here, changes the game. Doesn't score, blazes it clean over the top. We then have a chance at the back post for Cho. Shoots, great save for Schmeichel, hits it again.
Hearts career mode legend, by the way, Chu Gun Sung.
Yeah, you'd take him at Hearts now, wouldn't you?
Yep.
If he's doing this in Europe.
I signed him a few years consecutively on the good old FIFA days, the career mode days. Never won me shit like, but he scored some good goals.
And he rattles the ball, the rebound off Ralston's face. Mbabu has another header saved. Has another shot on target. And what's his name? Cho. And then we had 1-0 for Martin Eric. So Celtic just really poor. Ball, loft it in, and Martin Eric gets his dome on it. I think it was Trusty and Tierney. Nowhere near it. Free header. Schmeichel's raging 1-0. And as quick as you can react to that, it's 2-0. Mikael Jonsson cuts in the teenager.
Just drifts past Engels and Ralston like they're not even there.
Yeah. That was
shocking. And then it's a great finish into the bottom hand corner, but Ralston and Engels need to do better than that, don't they?
Aye, and then I wasn't privy to the third goal, but Francolino curled it in the corner.
Aye, great. Left foot, bang. Drops them just inside the box. He left foots it, curls it in, straight into the corner. Great stuff, and that was game, set, and match.
It was over.
You knew that...
should have been 4-0 for the break. I mean, honestly, it could have been about 6, 7, 8, 9 at this point.
Yeah, Cho had another chance on the break, and he just slips as he's about to hit the shot, and then Schmeichel saves it with one of his feet. So it was unfortunate. Midtjylland 3-0 at the break, but didn't do them justice, I don't think.
It didn't. Into the second half, they have a bunch of other opportunities. Castillo drags one just wide. I mean, Celtic at this point are getting destroyed. I mean, it could have been about... Honestly, man, 10-0... 10-1, sorry, they did get a penalty, but I don't think that would have flattered Midtjylland tonight.
Oh, I think 10, yeah, I mean, I'd say maybe they could have won like 5-1, something like that.
Alright.
I think 10, it's not often you see a 10, like, I can't sit here and say that they deserve to win 10.
See, when these bastards are down, I'll put it into them, alright?
Stick the boot in, right?
I'll stick the boot in. Right, alright, we'll accept 5-1, even though I think we could have easily... We'll put it this way, they could have scored 10.
I just want to know what happened to Martin tonight, because the last 2 games he's been, Martin O'Neill, he's
Let's sack the board.
The great man. Yeah, and now all of a sudden Martin loses, and it's nothing. Oh, it's not Martin's fault. The board. It's fucking so hypocritical. You can't be praising the manager and the players when they're winning, and then as soon as they lose, sack the board. You've got to have the same sort of fucking energy. If Martin was so good, and if Martin made such a big difference in the last 2 games, which they're claiming he did, then he's got to be the one that takes accountability, and he's got to be the one that is at fault for this 3-1 defeat tonight, and it could have been a hell of a lot worse. No, you just can't pick and choose. Oh, when Celtic do well, I'm going to praise Martin, but when Celtic lose, I'm going to criticise the board. That's fucking bullshit.
Well, a few things to look at as well, right? It's like Martin picked the team tonight, and you can blame the board for a lot of things. I think you can. I think there's a lot. They didn't spend as much money as they probably should have. But let's look at Martin first. Didn't start Maida, their best player. People talking about how he's back to his best against Rangers. Now maybe that tired him. There's a lot of players on that pitch that look tired. Callum McGregor, right? Is he Celtic's best midfielder? Probably. Was he... I'm not going to describe his depth against Midtjylland, but he was fucking knackered. It was evident for the first 15 minutes that this guy probably needs a rest. Oh, but they don't have the personnel to. Ah, you do. You've plenty of midfielders. Could have started McCarron over McGregor. Could have started fucking Paulo Bernardo over McGregor. There's plenty of guys. Right, fucking Rio Tati could have, even though he's mince. But he did score the penalty at Tati, so fair play to. Another worry for Celtic is the fact that Callum Osmond goes down with his hamstring. And yeah, Celtic lose 3-1. It leaves them in the bottom. I mean, they're not in the top 24 anymore, and considering there's a lot of games at 8 o'clock here, they'll probably drop even lower than 25th.
Now, it is possible that they could maybe move back into the top 24 if results go their way, but it's very unlikely.
Aye, very unlikely. Just like a Yusuf Shamiti goal. But anyways, Midtjylland 3, Celtic 1. Would you go as far as saying the Martin O'Neill bubbles burst, or is it just a case of first decent team first and they get beat?
I mean, I think it is more of a case of Midtjylland are the best team that Martin O'Neill's came up against, so therefore I'm not really surprised, but I do think Celtic should have done better tonight. They were really poor, and like I said, 3-1, I think they got away with one. I think they've been lucky, fortunate to lose 3-1. Wasn't a good performance.
No,
it wasn't a good... I mean, 3-1's one of those scorelines where 3-1 can be a very close game. Hell, sometimes you can be the better team and lose 3-1, but that wasn't the case tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
this was a dominant performance for Midtjylland.
I'm looking at the likes of Aberdeen. If Aberdeen can draw away to Larnaca, who beat Palace and beat Alkmaar, and Shamrock Rovers can draw away against Athens, then Celtic should be able to go against Midtjylland and at least get something.
This is the same Midtjylland that drew drew against Hibs twice, should I say? So
yeah, so we'll leave it there, folks. Celtic get beat. Aberdeen did get a point for the coefficient.
Too late. The coefficient cup's fucked.
It's fucked. The coefficient's gone, but I think it's a massive point for Aberdeen. By the way, honestly, they'll beat Noah, which gives them 4, and that gives you 2 games to get a win.
I think that is a massive point because we've seen last year you needed 7 to get through, and had they lost tonight, they would have needed results. You feel in all 3 of their last games, whereas like you say, if they can beat Noah, all they need's a victory in their last 2, which is unlikely. But here, I'd rather go into my last 2 games needing 1 win than go into my last 2 games needing a minimum of 4 points. So
absolutely. But speaking of Noah, we'll probably need an arc tonight for the amount of tears on this channel across the board. That is. So till next time, peace.